Peace, fam. I want to make this brief video, man, on J. Edgar Hoover again, man, in his attempt to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. You know, he created the COINTELPRO to stop the rise of black people, to stop us from uniting and returning back to our rightful place. Now, he was on a mission to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. And the word Messiah is what got me. And I was wondering, why did he choose the word Messiah? So I looked the word up, and what it says is, in Abrahamic religions, the Messiah is the savior or liberator of a group of people, more specifically, the Jewish people. Now, when I read that, it reminded me of a speech that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan made called, "Who are the real children of Israel?" And all throughout the Bible, it tells you that the black people are the real children of Israel. The evidence is in the Bible. So J. Edgar Hoover knew exactly what he was talking about when he said he wanted to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. You see, but we have been stripped of knowledge of self, so we really don't know that. And if we don't have knowledge of self, we can't possibly know who the Messiah is. See, so I believe that the Messiah is in our midst today, right now, as we speak. Now, in the past, the FBI have murdered our black leaders, murdered Malcolm X, murdered Martin Luther King, murdered Medgar Evers, and some more that I'm not aware of. But this man's mission was to take down any group, organization, or individual that can unite the black people and raise us up to our rightful place. And they tried all kind of tricks. Like within the Nation of Islam, they knew there was a little bit of jealousy going on in the organization between Malcolm X and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wasn't jealous. He raised Malcolm X. But it was some of the members in the nation thought Malcolm was trying to take over the nation. So COINTELPRO, the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, they knew something was brewing in the Nation of Islam. So he saw that as a perfect opportunity to put his hand in it. And what he did was he began to send letters. He sent letters to Malcolm X telling him bad things about Elijah Muhammad. Had letters sent to Elijah Muhammad telling him things like the nation was, like Malcolm was going to try to take over the nation. You know, things like that. Just little tricks that he was doing to try to take down the Nation of Islam. And it got so out of hand that ultimately Malcolm X got murdered. So, I'm just making this little video because I believe that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is our Messiah. And I hear a lot of bad things about the minister. People's talking about him real greasy these days. And when I hear that, every time I hear it, I think about COINTELPRO. And I don't understand why black people don't understand what COINTELPRO's mission was. They want you to slander the leaders. Now, true, we got some crooked leaders out there. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I believe, is an honorable man. You know, he never been caught up in no scandals or nothing. You know, the only problem I see that he's had, but he said He said his job dealing with trying to liberate black people was going to be difficult. But yet, he been hanging in there for 40-something years. And when I hear people slander him, drag his name through the mud, you know, I feel some kind of way about that. Because no other man in history, right, have called for 1 million black men to come together and nearly 2 million men show up. Who else have done that? Right? So, but the thing is, black people dropped the ball. Farrakhan made the call. Everybody came out. It was mad love that day. Everybody, and man, they chanted, Farrakhan, Farrakhan, Farrakhan. But you wouldn't believe that today. You wouldn't believe that over 2 million men had that much love for one man. Now see, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I heard him say that the wiser we get, the wiser the devil get. So the devil knows, well, I don't have to kill him. All I have to do is discredit him. And the people just follow suit. And that's what I see happening today. Because look at that picture, man. 2 million black people in Washington, D.C. coming together because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan put the word out. That's how powerful he was. And you don't think this government was frightened? Yeah, because the president at that time left town. It's documented. He got the hell out of Washington, D.C. because he thought something crazy was going to happen. But that day on that mall was history. Everybody came together in peace and love. That's because the Minister Farrakhan wanted it that way. He didn't want to tear up nothing. He didn't want to kill nobody. He wanted us to atone and come together and take our rightful place back. So my question is this: what happened? Seems to me like everybody turning their back on the minister. And I think the minister is the baddest, boldest black man on the planet today, speaking up for us. Nobody can do what he did. Nobody can say what he said. And I feel some kind of way every time I hear somebody talk bad about this man. No, he not God. No, I don't worship the minister. But I applaud the work he put in. All over the world, he is loved by a lot of people. But we want to just slander the man and talk bad about him. For what? I don't know. You know, they say things like, what happened to the money from the Million Man March? They're trying to say he had Malcolm X killed. You know what I mean? And the minister admitted that he may have said some things that may have contributed to the murder of Malcolm X. And he apologized for that. And I can understand him being angry at the time because Malcolm was talking about the man that he loved, the man that brought them up out of the gutter, cleaned them up. So I put myself in the minister's shoes at that time. I would have been angry too. And he also made a statement. The minister said, if we dealt with him like a traitor, whose business is it? Stay out of our business. That's not saying that he killed Malcolm X. You know, he was exiled. He got put out the nation, or he left the nation. Just because he said we dealt with him like a traitor deals with him, that don't mean he killed him. And I honestly believe that if the minister had something to do with Malcolm X being murdered, he would be in prison right now as we speak. So my opinion is, our Messiah is right here amongst us right now. But the wool have been pulled over our eyes. There go the proof right there. It's right there in your face. But what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. COINTELPRO happened. Misinformation happened. Willie Lynch happened. We don't see it. I see it. I know who the Black Messiah is. I know who that man is that they trying to stop the rise of. That's him right there in your face. You know, and one thing I notice about our leaders, man, we don't show them no love when they're amongst us. But after they pass, then you want to have all this love. Just the same thing happened with Malcolm X. You know, now everybody loves him. But back then, as I was told, you had people that hated him too. It's like they hate on the minister now. But we shouldn't have to wait till we pass, man, to recognize that the Messiah was walking with us in this generation. You know, another thing, man, we gotta stop, man, just putting each other down. That stuff bothers me. And I watch a lot of videos from the conscious community. And I was glad, man, to see Sarnetta and Hassan Campbell piece it up. You know, I hated to see them beefing on YouTube like that, man. Talking about each other's families, their mothers. You know, I grew to love the conscious community, all them brothers. I was even sad when Polite started doing what he was doing. They some knowledgeable brothers, man. And sometimes, man, they let money, man, go to their head. Right? And I really don't believe the minister is like that, as far as no money is concerned. Fame and fortune. He had the opportunity to do that before the nation. He was a musician. But I don't know, man, I'm kind of new to making videos, man. I'm trying to get into it. You know, I don't know. I just had a few things to say about this, man, this COINTELPRO thing. And we need to wake up, man. Stop harming our own people, man. Stop putting our own people down. If you got an opinion about somebody, man, that's cool. You can have an opinion. But don't go on a public platform, man, and condemn your own brother. Another thing I want to say real quick is that I never heard the minister or the Nation of Islam, period, the members, condemn any other black organization. Like the Hebrew Israelites, I never heard them condemn them. I never heard the nation condemn the Christians. I never heard them condemn the Moors. But members from those organizations condemn the minister all the time. For what? I don't know. You see the man work right there in your face. He put out the call. That's how powerful he was. Give him man in recognition. Don't give J. Edgar Hoover the glory. Y'all letting that man know that he won. He didn't stop the rising Messiah in our minds. And we allowed it to happen. Peace, family. I'm out of time. That's it. I'm going to get better with this. Trust me.